Hi, and welcome back to the Johnny Pacheco Latin Music and Jazz Festival at Lehman College. My name is Alan Molnar. I'm the director of the festival, and it's my pleasure to have the opportunity to bring in so many wonderful musicians during this week of incredible music of all types. And today's ensemble, or this afternoon's first ensemble, is going to be an offering from the Kappa School here in the Bronx, and these are the Kappa Beats, and they are under the direction of Dr. Colin Hart, and I'm going to turn over the program to them at this point. You're going to enjoy, so sit back, listen, and enjoy the wonderful music this afternoon.
is a harvest song that people perform when you go to northern part of Ghana. So sit back, enjoy Sisala. Bajo. Bajo simply means come and dance. People, when you go to Ghana, we perform this song to invite everyone or to invite the community to join hands together to do communion labor. And this song performed by one of the tribes in Ghana called the Ga people. So we are inviting everybody to join the party. Okay, so if you feel like dancing, do not hesitate to be on your feet and move your body and shake your body. Yefenya bakoni washe, washe koni walo. Yefenya bakoni washe, washe koni wala. Washe koni walo. Wala. Bashe koni wala, bashe koni wado, bashe koni wala. Sa 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 sa.
Gavia, our arts partner in Third Street Music, teaching all of this wonderful Ghanaian music. Amos, do you want to introduce the last piece?
Thank you, thank you. Once again, thank you for coming. And keep that lovely smile on your faces. Our last piece is called Cuckoo. Cuckoo is a song that a lot of people perform when you go to West Africa. So it's not only Ghana that perform Cuckoo. A lot of countries perform Cuckoo. And Cuckoo is a celebration song. So we are about to wrap up with Cuckoo. Thank you. Why, double C, why, oh. Why, double C, why, oh. Why? I want to see the mansion because I see the sunshine. Why?
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Another round of applause. Awesome performance. I got a chance to hear these students perform in the clinic room before you heard them, and they sounded equally impressive in there. I want to also take the opportunity to impress upon everybody what a fantastic opportunity it is for these students to get to work with a master drummer like Amos over not just one day or 1 week, but artist in residence. I mean, that's a very, very special thing, and I applaud everybody that made that happen. Some great teaching and some great dedication to the students and some great dedication of the students to what you're playing. So thank you. Yeah. Okay, so each of these tunes has a timeline. So you have a big job on timeline, and you were kind of prepping every tune, every piece for that to happen. From your perspective, there are breaks in just about every piece, right? Like call response things, like the beginning of the piece. Time-wise, what do you feel happening? Can you generalize about what's happening with time? You're holding down the time. Is tempo exactly right? Always? So what happened to the timeline on the first piece? Timeline between drums and bells? Didn't something happen? We can address that? Yes? Yes.
Originally, we have a drum called dun-dun that the dun-dun always play to accompany the jammers, but we don't have the dun-dun, so we use this as dun-dun. Lack of communication between the jammers and the dun-dun and the bell, so that is what happened.
Okay, so I think in performance, this is true of myself anyway, that when I'm on stage and there's some adrenaline flowing, if the tempo is going to do anything, it's going to pick up. And sometimes that's right for the music, but we have to do it together. And so I'd like to hear the opening of that again and just listen across. It's not any one person's job, the timekeeping, it's everybody's job. So there has to be some sensitivity. And the reason why I was talking to you in particular wasn't really about the opening piece, but on some other pieces, I felt like you were laying down the clave just really solidly, and sometimes the drums were pushing the tempo a little bit. Did you feel that happening a little bit? Yeah, okay. That's all I was talking about. Okay, so let's hear the opening, first piece.
The first one is true. I love the call, but the response, I can't hear you. Let me feel the response. Thank you. One more time. Sorry.
Yes.
Go. Cacacho fae, eoli bello. Cacacho fae, eoli bello. Caca, caca. Caca, caca.
That felt way, way better. That felt way better. Yeah. So I think there was just kind of two different feelings of where the time belonged, where the tempo belonged, and now it's unified. So I'm much more of a conga player, but I want to see how much we have in common. Could you play for me? This is just going to be a tone exercise. So bass tones, like 2 bass tones, right, left, and then two open tones, right, left, and then 2 slap tones, right, left, or left, right, left, right, left, right. Okay? So 6-note pattern: bass, bass, open, open, slap, slap. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3. Yeah, that'll work. Let's see. Let's simplify it even. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so in Afro-Cuban playing, in conga playing, we use dead strokes, muff strokes, things like that. Are there dead strokes a lot in this drumming, where you just leave the hands on the drum head? No. Okay, so when you're playing the bass tones, I'd like to see and hear the resonance by playing off the drum heads more. Don't hang around on the drum head. Play once you've hit it, you're done. You can't affect that anymore except to stop it, but we don't want it to stop. So play the same pattern and listen for resonance. Go ahead. So when you all rehearse, how do you set up? There's a lot of players. Do you ever get to play in a circle? Okay, that's good. You can see and hear each other really well that way. I know you have to kind of adjust some things for the stage. Okay, how do you, when you play the slaps, how do you find it easiest? How can you set up the drum? I'm talking about the angle of the drum, so that it's easiest to play those open tones and those slaps. Flat, toward you, away from you. Away from you. So that's something that you have to think about a little bit. And the smaller the drum, I think the more flat it wants to sit. And some of the folks in like the back row and the second to last row, I could really see and hear you drumming. And I could actually see the drums kind of moving as you were playing, and I appreciated that energy. The farther you are from Amos, the more you have to kind of tap into his energy from far away, and you did a good job of that for sure. But don't let the drum start coming back toward you. It's really hard to, I know on congas it's really hard to play like that. And with the teachers I've studied with in Cuba, if you have the drum even flat, the teacher will say, "Oh, are you tired? You don't want to hold the drum out and play it out in front of you." So think about that. Also a question for those of you with the smallest drums: how do you keep it in place while you're playing?
You have to kind of push yourself forward, not off the chair. I don't want them.
Okay.
So you kind of have to move up from the chair and close it between your legs.
Yeah, make adjustments. And the smaller the drum, the more it wants to move on you, I think, right? So you kind of have to keep that in mind. All right. In our clinic session, I talked about an app that's called the Clave. And I'm going to talk about time again and see if I get any funny faces about time here and timeline. But I think it was Cisala. The opening breaks were a little bit loose, and I think we like to push those rhythms. So here's what I want to try, this experiment. I clocked you at a certain tempo, and I'm going to see if I can get this clave for you to play against, and so that you can really hear what's going on. I mean, this isn't great, sorry guys, but I'm going to put this to the mic, and I'm going to ask you to play on your legs so that you can just hear rhythm. So it's not about tone right now, but it's about rhythm. And let's see if this is correct. Oh, that's double, isn't it? That's double, or is that right? That's right? Okay. All right. I don't know if you can you hear that at all? On your legs. The opening. Okay, then we're grooving. Let's do that once again. Listen to the breaks and see if you can fit your rhythm not only to a foot tapping groove, but to this timeline specifically, all right? Hear how it fits together and use those spaces. The spaces, to me, are what make the breaks sound so cool. There we go. Now put it on the drums. There's no way you'll hear this, so I'll stop this. But just let it settle in and listen to timeline over here, okay? Okay, nicely done. So if you practice with an app like the clave, that's one way to do it. Now, for advanced players or any of you, I put a little challenge to you. Play on the drums again. If you choose this challenge, see if you can tap the timeline, the clave pattern, with one foot while you play the break. Okay? And then you'll feel how this fits together. Okay? So I like that tempo too. Yeah, so that's one way, just for your own practice, to just deepen your understanding of how your part fits together with timeline, or even just to sing it while you're playing, just to feel how those parts fit together. I think that will just kind of deepen the groove that you're playing. All right? I hope some of these comments have been helpful for you. I really, really enjoyed the performance, and thank you all. Congratulations.
Thank you for the wonderful performance. As always, it's a great pleasure to have you here at Lehman College in our events. And It's also a wonderful opportunity that I've been given a few times to visit their school and see what's going on firsthand on site, because they're as welcoming when you come and visit as they are inviting when they come and bring the music to our events. So it's really a pleasure to have the opportunity to get to, even if only briefly, get to know these young men and women who are doing such a wonderful job learning this music, and of course they're very talented teachers who are guiding them through this incredible music. And also thank you to Dr. Kurt Gartner. He's here. I believe this is your 4th trip to our Pacheco Festival. He always does such an amazing job with every band in every single type of genre. There's such a wide range of music that is performed at the Pacheco Festival and by the young musicians here in the Bronx. So it's really exciting to hear that music, but to have the quality of instruction that Dr. Gartner and Dr. Kunko, who's upstairs right now working with Celia Cruz, bring to the experience of the Pacheco Festival. So thank you. And I have a certificate of performance just as a small token of appreciation. And it's just the Pacheco Festival congratulates Beats by Kappa Ensemble for their participation in the 2019 festival. So I'll leave that with you. And also, I want you to mark your calendar, because April 30th is International Jazz Day, which is part 2 of the Pacheco Festival for the year. Because what we do at the Pacheco Festival now is we have what you've seen here today, a performance and a brief critique. This year, with the help of the generous and kind help of the Louis Armstrong Educational Foundation, we've been able to really build on that by bringing in a second clinician who takes the students up to another location off camera and works with them for about 40 minutes. So that really expands that part of the festival. And then they go away for the rest of the year and they play the school events and the various things that they do through the year. Then they come back on April 30th, many of the ensembles, to play at International Jazz Day, which is just their opportunity to play. Not so much education as much as showing what they've accomplished over the year. And it's really exciting just to see the growth of these ensembles through the course of a school year. So with that, we're going to close off for just a few moments. We have the TAG Young Scholars Latin Jazz Ensemble. Mr. Rick Faulkner is an amazing teacher, Latin Music Ensemble, so please stick around. If you can stay, the audience, please do. And those of you who are tuning in by a web stream, come back in about, let's say 5 to 10 minutes, and we'll be on with some more exciting music to close out day 1 of the Pacheco Festival. So thank you very much.